We are rolling. It's Sunday morning coffee. How are you folks today? Oh my God, what a topsy-turvy, fucked up week. I won't get into my personal shit. That was a fucking mess all its own. Work. We got the Chevelle out. Everything was an ongoing, rolling clusterfuck. I guess it goes back to my trying to explain. There's a lot of things I do professionally that I'm not expert in. I think half the battle is being willing to say, fuck it, yeah, I'll do that. That one should have been a routine, run-of-the-mill, scuff and blow, and a lot of wet training. Such as yeah, a little bit of headwind tomorrow. You'll see a lot more next week. Now I'm down and waiting on my machine shop again for my engine for the G20. Tomorrow we're rolling a 1967 Mercedes in the shop. I've had it sitting for far too long. The owner is very interested. We will get it moving under its own power before we do the teardown for the rest of it. So his first chunk of dough that he's got into it will be to check all our mechanicals. I know I need the whole braking system. We might have to go through the fuel injection. Yeah, I said fuel injection. Fuel injection system. It's going to be an interesting ride. Stick around for that one. If I can't find the parts, I'm going to be a little out of sorts and over my head and fabricating some of the stuff. I found most of the key components already. I know they're available. And they're cheap because it's a Mercedes. They just give that shit away. Kind of what I wanted to address today was Sean asked what got us pushing the record button to begin with, basically. The initial purpose is really kind of two things in my mind. Shameless promotion. When I got to a point where I felt I could show something of value in my content. And two was documenting my little shop. You all will recall, those of you who have been following me for a minute, we started off in a 30 by 30 garage behind my home. Now, I'm not saying we're much better off now fiscally, but we've got a bigger shop, we're doing more work, we definitely blew our overhead up, but we're an official shop, not just a hobbyist type of circumstance now. Something very interesting to look back through footage and see all the shit I've done and how far we've grown. Got a long ways to go to be the outstanding citizen point that I wish to get to. I got into watching YouTube. I found Pete. Sorry. We had an adventure on Friday, and now I got little burns down my collar. Yeah, it was cool. I actually wanted to throw my hoodie away Friday. I'll tell you about the adventure after my expose on hitting the record button. So I found Pete, and I watched, over the course of a few weeks, I must have watched hundreds of episodes. I was a position, a point in my life that I was sleeping on my mother's couch. dealing with going through a divorce, little custody issues with my children. Um, I just pretty much hit rock bottom where I either pick myself up and move forward and upward, or I would wind up dead or in prison. I choose not to wind up dead or in prison, so I picked my bum ass up and made some kind of life for me and my kids, for better or for worse. But I watched a lot of Pete, which then in turn kind of slid me on to James Freddy's, Muscle Cars and Hot Rods, that's the play. And I watched a lot of his stuff over there at Pro to Finish. And inspiring, I don't think, is an appropriate term. Lit a proper bonfire up under my ass. Something I'd always wanted, something I dabbled in, something I wasn't very good at. Don't get me wrong, there's a couple of makes and models at that point I could nut and bolt and put back together bolt to bolt. Even some of the electric. I'm still not an automotive electrician. Maybe one day, but not there. I know those boundaries, and I try not to broach them for risk of embarrassment. Really. Electrical's interesting. It's you either got it or you don't. It's either right or you're burning the pitch to the ground. So I try to stay away from a lot of automotive electric. Your simpler, your old cars, it's not as big a deal, especially if you start from scratch. But I can send it up north, and those boys have it done with the split, probably half the time and same cost. Because you pay for their services because they know what the hell they're doing. So, yeah, I don't tackle that aspect. Then with Jeff, I found Greg and Darren, and I watched all this for over a year before I got any level of involvement. And then I decided, fuck it, I went out and got a camera and started getting the record done. Darren said so. And there's a lot of other guys that I kind of met along the way. The Rick Fix I got into a little later. He was one of the early channels I was watching. And heck, even HPR. I watched him. I really, actually, more than anything, I like the work. I watched a lot more of his vlog videos. And even 2 years ago, I had this job of time. My attention span wasn't as strained as it is now. So I got to watch a lot more videos, and I really miss that. I want to get back to catching more of you guys out there and catching up. I think it really centers me, grounds me, keeps me in a good spot. I can be a very misunderstood bastard and don't interact a lot socially. People are like, did you just say that? Did you really fucking say that? Oh, that motherfucker. And I have no clue what the hell I just did and said. And it happens. I guess awkward school child. There you go. Like that. What's interesting is, by and large, I really try to process anything that comes out of my mouth. Cussing and swearing and all that type of horse shit. I don't monitor like I should, you know that. But other parts I really try to stay on top of. Because, quite frankly, there's nobody out there that angers me. There's nobody out there that I hate. There's nobody out there I've got an axe to grind against. Um, I think everybody out there involved is one hell of a cool bunch of guys. Sometimes I put my foot straight in my mouth. I'm not an esoteric guy. Pretty much what comes out of my mouth you can take it face value. I don't have time for riddles and metaphors and similes. But that was part of my reservations about hitting the record button. Because of my well-pronounced ability to not communicate clearly. So all of you that have been affected by that, I apologize sincerely. But in a nutshell, those are some things that I had to overcome and still working on. The high points, the low points, everything in between. That's really why I started recording. I wanted to kind of document what I was doing. Now I'm not going to be in my career Chip Foose or Boyd Coddington or any of these great fucking cargo. I'm never going to be those guys. Not because I don't think I'll have the ability at some juncture. Sure as hell don't now. But I don't think I want 80,000 square feet of shop space facility to try to cover. Seems rather crazy to me. Looking at where we're at now, it's unfathomable. Aside from that, I like a small, hide my whole feel of my shop as a stand. Oh, fuck, what else? Self-reliance. We're going to get off the subject there of how we got into YouTube. That's pretty much that in a nutshell. Self-reliance. I try never to depend on another soul too often much. I know Jeremy's got my back and that's a good deal. He's proven it time and again. But you always pose a risk when you lean on another soul. Be it professionally, be it personally, in private life. And I find that hard to reconcile with. I want to deliver a message of don't ever trust any motherfucker too much, but then you just become bitter and angry. So I don't know what the compromise is there. Trying to really become really trying hard not to become bitter and angry. Because again, like I said, my whole life comes outside the shop and hand grenade this week. Inside the shop, shit's falling together. Go figure. I think it's up here. I've always had the capacity in my professional life. I would get wrapped up in a nutshell and have it under my thumb and under control. Private life is fucking real out of control. Private life under control, the professional life is fucking. There's definitely a delicate balance there. If running a business, running a shop, running any kind of enterprise professionally is your goal, keep that balance in your life. What's all this, what is a highly successful shop, a highly successful business worth if you manage to alienate everybody around you? Kids don't like you, the ladies don't know who you are because you're never there. you know, what's the worth of accomplishment if there's no one to share it with, right? So I'm working at recently my balance in existence entirely. Um, yeah. So really, I mean, it's kind of where we got to where we're at today. I'm probably gonna sit down after I throw this up and watch the first two shop tours and just kind of check shit out, and then throw up this last walkabout I did in the new shop. Now that we got things mostly organized. Organization's key, man. And if you look around that shop, we got way less lighting than we need. We need like 10 times lighting than we got. I mean, you got to spend money with an electrician and get lighting going. It's important. But if you look around, the fixtures that were built, tables, benches, everything else, we built that shit on such a chintzy budget. 90% of what we got was scrounged or was quite frankly leftovers from jobs we sold. Or I over ordered so I had something to build shit with type of deal. I would order, if I got a big job I need to get steel for, where I'm just going to have it delivered, I'll order extra sticks of this or that so we got it around. No, I don't charge the extra sticks to the job. To the customer, you know, you can't do that's stealing on any level. The leftovers, fuck fair game. If I got to buy a 4x8 sheet of 11 gauge for a job, and I can't buy a partial sheet, or I don't buy a partial sheet because it's not cost effective, it's leftovers. It's bought and paid for. It's like a gallon of paint that you have a quart left or a pint left when you're done with the job. Is that the car owners? No. You paid for that. That's called fucking money lost. Sitting in your cabinet. I get so many people, they want to go through my cabinet and see my Clorox, see what I've got left over, and they think it's free. We got a lot of colors. Ford TS, Chevy 519F, 8555 we always keep around. That's another GM. 8554 I try to keep around. There's another GM, that's generic white. 55 is generic black. You try to keep some things on hand just because, especially the black, because you smoke tail lights and it's black. You can do anything in black and it'll look good. It'll compliment you. Everybody wants to pick through your fucking cabinet for your leavings, and they think it's free. So anyhow, back to our misadventures yesterday. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of chuckle and fun. I get a call. The guys we built the shotgun handles for. We went mobile to weld, which is something I don't do. I'm not set up to do. I will get set up with a truck. I will probably get set up with a truck and hire a welder with a good license and hopefully some certifications. Pay him well and send them out on the road as things progress. But I've learned now we need to set up with a mobile welding rig. We've been called out with increasing increments as of late. So what we're dealing with now, they called me up and said, hey, we got another bar. Well, these guys own 2, 4, 6, at least 6 bars. Very large, successful bar, grill type pub atmosphere thing. And opening 2 more in our area, Polk in Dallas County area. Well, we're building a patio on this one over here, and we're gonna have a post up. You gotta cut the post down, and you gotta weld the beam structure around, which is 4x4 1/4 inch plate. outside, it's windy, it's spring in Iowa. So, fuck, all right, bet. Throw them the price. So when can you do it? So when can you, the post be ready? It's like tomorrow morning. So we go over there, and we wait till 11:30 to start cutting because they had marking ring in. Chop them off, eat lunch. We just ate lunch there. So we roll the welder up by the window and see our welder and our equipment out there. We got to start welding. I did a test run at the shop. I can stretch my little 140 miller and weld quarter inch single pass very well in a shop environment. Outside, not so much. I didn't get what we needed out of it. Didn't get it looked like a caterpillar crawling across the seam, It wasn't structural. So we went through this fiasco. We went and got the big Lincoln, pulled the bottle off of it, threw the flux core on it, reverse the polarity, all the shit you got to do for the flux core. Went and got a generator. Then we had to find a plug-in for the generator. Generator wasn't enough. They had a generator hired for St. Patty's Day, one of the big events they have downtown. They brought that some bitch out, and we felt it through, and we got it done. We started at 10 o'clock on Friday. We didn't get done till 9:45. We got back to the shop to unload. Don't worry, we got paid. The one owner was very pleased. He was there on site. And we ground through. We didn't have the option. We got shit to do Monday. So, okay. The other owner, the other partner, texted us and was very pleased with everything. So I think we're supposed to meet him and look at some other shit he's doing. That's huge for our little shop. Alright, so here's the fun. We got a generator loaded up. We got my big Lincoln loaded up and Jeremy's little Windstar minivan in the back. Pulled the back seat out. They both fit in there. Got all the basic tools we need. We stop off at this electrical supply for an outlet. We had to switch the outlets on my big drop port, basically. Which ended up moot, but we were there with the assumption we could use the welder off the generator valve. Which I hate when it burning shit up off the generator. I'm going to slide the door in there. Automatic door. You can slide them manually or hit the button and let it do it automatically. And so the door doesn't shut, it kind of springs back open. What the fuck? So I try to shut it again. What the fuck? So it's open about this far. I poke my head in and look around and see if there's something blocking the way. Well, Jeremy's not fucking paying attention. The door's not shutting, so he hits the button. Wham! Head right into the fucking side. He smashes me. Ah! While he sees this, he tries to hit the button to open the door again, right? Well, it had already hit the safety bump and was opening. So it opened up about that far. Let me see. It opened up about that far, something like that. Just enough that I could pull my head out. At that point, I just leaned over in this fucking door opening. Like, what the fuck? Well, he tries to hit the button to open the door again. Well, it already opened that far. So what's it do? Wham! Prangs me again right in the fucking nugget. Here I got an ear bleeding. Door's trying to fucking murder me. After a very stressful and eventful day, and week for that matter, at that point I recovered my senses. We got the door shut. We got down the road. And we're laughing so hard. We're crying. Jeremy can't hardly. He had to stop. He couldn't hardly drive because he was crying. He's laughing so damn hard. So, okay. That was a tale of, I don't even know, human tomfoolery. I wanted to share. We laughed. I think it's fucking funny. My ear's still fucked up, but such is the price for comedy, right? Oh, hell. We're at 25 minutes. You cats take care. Want to do something fabulous today? I'll catch you on the next one.